Morning, folks. This morning's soap is brought to us by local Gent. Local Gent's no longer with us, but the name of this soap here is Clown Fruit. Come in a tub, add 4 ounces of soap when it first started out. That's what it looks like. And it's still fairly firm in the container there, but pretty easy to scoop out. Put in a bowl for bowl lathering. For us, a bowl lather, huh? Got the alum block this morning, no rubber band. Also got Humphrey's witch hazel citrus scented, but it's mentholated now. And I do have the matching aftershave by Phoenix Artisan accoutrements. And let's see here, Preshave oil was by the way of Yulay. Got it whipped up here with a brush from Raven Brushworks. Get it turned around here. There we go. Got it on the wet side. That's what it looks like there in the bowl. It's this it's pretty, it's like I say, it's wet. It's a little on the drippy side, about where I like it. So the blade of choice today is Lord Cool, and it comes wrapped in a wrapper like this right here. It's a pretty thick wrapper. I don't know if you can tell that or not, but it's wrapped rather well. Shaver of the day is a special edition Fatip Piccolo, or Piccolo I should say. This one here is the open comb plate. It also comes with the one with the safety bar. Length is a little over 3 inches, and I think it's about 2.5 ounces in weight. Really a good looking shaver with that contrast like that. Oh, also the other plate is gold in color also. It'll come in a nice box like this right here. You can kind of see their slogan, if you will, shaving emotions. Pretty cool. At any rate, I've already put the pre-shave on my face this morning. Seems to work out fairly well. In other words, even if it's just 5 minutes before I get started, or if it's 15 minutes later, I haven't really noticed a difference in between the two. At least for me, that's been my experience. So I think I'm just going to start rolling with just putting it on right after my hot towel. Seems to work well for me. Alright, go ahead and get started here. Manny asked me to use my special edition Fatip, and a few weeks back Marcos had mentioned the Clown Fruit, so I thought we'll just do both at the same time. For me, for my nose, this is a nice scent. As goes for what time of the year to use it, I pretty much work with the idea that I use it when I'm ready for it. So if it's a summer scent, I might be using it during the dead of winter. That's pretty much how I use my products. I'm not that familiar sometimes with the scent and whether or not it should be during the summer or winter. I use it when I like, when I like to use it. Also, in case I don't think I mentioned, if I remember right, I think this blade is Teflon coated. For me, this particular blade works pretty well. It's fairly smooth. And I was under the impression that this particular blade was going to be taken out of service. In other words, not going to make it anymore, so I don't know. I was able to find a 100-pack, so this blade seems to be pretty smooth. Matches well with this particular shaver. we had just a little bit of a front come through, help cool things off here. We did have a day that I think the heat index was supposed to be 105, 115, no, 105, 110. Yes, it was pretty warm that day, but we had a cold front come through and had some rain, and I think the high today is only supposed to be 88, I think, or something like that. It's not going to be in the 90s. We still got a lot of humidity in the air here. It's ground is still wet. It hasn't dried out completely just yet. I still got some places where, especially in the shade, where it's a little muddy. Ground's still wet, you can see it. It smells good. Could be a bit of a chore, I guess you might say, if you're looking for this particular shaver. My usual place for a shaver like this would be a Italian barber, and they're sold out. But I really like this one here. To me, I think it's just it looks really nice. I mean, I'm sure the camera's not doing it justice, but that contrast with the colors, it's really cool. Tomorrow being Saturday, I think I might be able to squeeze in a video. We're supposed to, my son made the band here in Broken Arrow. It's what they call the Broken Arrow Pride, and Pride of Broken Arrow. And they have a car wash Saturday morning. And I guess you might say we got the first shift. So my son and I will be out there doing the car wash at Wendy's, which is a good spot to have it. In other words, have it at a restaurant. That way, when you get done and you're hungry, you can get something to eat. And I'm not real sure what happened to Tony. My wife was telling me while I was gone at work that Tony got sick. So I don't know if, kind of thinking he got a hold of something, ate something that didn't agree with him because he was throwing up. Which Tony has a tendency to eat anything he can get a hold of. Or at least he's going to try. Against the grain, this is still pretty smooth. There's a little bit of feedback, but not a whole lot. Yeah, if you can find this shaver, might want to look into it. Like I say, I think it runs about $40, and you more or less get 2 shavers in one, if you will. Yeah, this is pretty good lather. Excuse me. It's nice and wet, so the slickness is, you know, plenty of slickness with this shave. This end ought to be pretty good for this time of the year. It's going to be a little warm this morning, but I'm going to go out first thing this morning. My job, I've got a job site I need to go visit and then take a look and see what the situation looks like. It's supposed to be near a creek, and from what I can see from Google, it looks like it's going to be a little on the wooded side. So I'm going to do it first thing this morning. And ought to be smelling pretty good too. Don't know about when I get done though. It shouldn't be that warm though. More, I guess you might say, more concerned about the ticks and stuff like that. Face feels pretty good this morning. I have to say, to me it seems like, and maybe it's just coincidence, but using the pre-shave oil, I mentioned this before, or even when I would dabble with the coconut oil, that it seems like my post-shave feel is a lot different than what it would be without it. In other words, just using a pre-shave soap or no pre-shave at all. See what the Allen Block has to say this morning. I don't think he's going to have much to say. It was a pretty smooth shave. There's one thing about the Lord Cool. That blade works pretty well for me. It's the reason why I got a 100 pack. Probably should have got a 200, especially if they're going to be discontinuing them. Got just a little bit of stinging right here. It is getting a little small, but it's still usable. I'll hang on to it for a while longer. It's probably going to be like my, this is what's left of the pre-shave soap I was using from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. I worked it down to, I guess you might call it the nub. Get some witch hazel here. Do have some shaving cream all over me. Sure, it's going to be smelling good when it goes in the laundry today. This menthol that's in this particular container, it's not real heavy on the menthol. I didn't put that many crystals in it. Just enough to notice that it is mentholated. In other words, my eyes aren't going to start watering or anything like that. I do have one in waiting from Stirling, witch hazel is mentholated. Like I say, it's just lightly mentholated, just enough that you can notice that it's there. And this aftershave is pretty, it smells great. It would be easy to get hooked on this aftershave, this scent, where you can wear it every day. Really nice shave this morning. Once again, this is a Piccolo, Fatip, Fatip, not sure how you pronounce all of it. This handle appears to be pretty solid. The way I understand it, the other handle that you see with their shavers that's hollow, the two weigh about the same. Excuse me. I think I got it worked out on the conversion, rounding up a number. Weight, total weight was 2.47 ounces, almost 2.5 ounces. And you can kind of tell right there, it's a solid piece of thing of brass. It's what the underside looks like, and I don't know, my finger might be in the way. I should mention there's just a slight overhang with this shaver too, just a little bit. Yeah, it's going to be hard to tell. Anyhow, right down here, it's got the logo and the base plate. I like little things like that. That's pretty cool in my opinion. And here's my Lord blade. Underneath, pretty basic, standard, I guess you might say. There's the cap there. Pretty cool. Really nice shaver. As it goes for a combination type, I don't know that you could go wrong. The base plate that's got the safety bar is supposed to be on the sensitive side, so it's not real aggressive or anything like that. So if you wanted a sensitive or a smoother shaving one, I guess you might say. And if you needed an open clone, you got both of them right there in the box all together. Can't hardly go wrong, I would say. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.